I think she wanted to confirm the sound. As soon as we confirm the sound, she also confirmed the sound. You let us know when to work.
Yeah, I'll send you another link right away. I just want to connect and then.
Yeah.
Hello? Fine. No, I'll send you another one now. Then how was the audio? Is it playing? I said I'm going to send you another link.
Another link.
Yeah, that is because normally when you do what's it called?
Okay, Kim got this thing. I want you to see that. I told you.
Okay, I've sent you another one now. I sent you another link.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Because look at it, this is the zoom. This is how clear the zoom is.
Let's see.
Right? This is zoom. This is how clean the zoom is. Let me just, yeah. This is the Zoom platform, right? So I take it from here and then I cast it to YouTube.
Turn the camera to our faces.
Obviously, it will be dark because of the light.
Yeah, because of the backlights, it's the dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really fine.
So what is this not your opinion?
It's not me.
I think it's when we ended, so it's just continuing YouTube wise.
Yeah.
So another thing that James, well, I didn't get a chance to. James,
So James,
Nice to meet you too.
what is home?
Sorry?
What is home?
Ghana.
Right.
Yeah.
Not too much.
From Accra. Hello? Yeah, check for me. It's fine. It's cool. Sure. Yeah. The visual quality is fine.
Oh, this is like, it's no longer very good.
No,
Are you using your thing now?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go to. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to hold on to my phone.
No problem.
Because I have access to that. Okay, I'm just gonna open the table.
So the timing of the YouTube and the Zoom will not be the same. Yeah, because there will always be that little bit of seconds between both because they are all streaming platforms. Yeah. And normally, what you even watch on TV, like your soccer and the rest, that they tell you is live, it's always 10 seconds, 20 seconds late.
By the time you celebrate the already finished.
Yeah. So that's how normally it works. But I guess from what we have, I think your network here is a bit not too stable. Yeah, network is not too stable. So what we were talking about, or what I was I was telling her, is that we want a situation. Okay, my team, we are a team of 2. Actually, we are 3. But for videos, we are a team of 2.
Yes.
And then the other guy is for pictures. But hence, this is purely a video streaming and recording sort of thing. You only be 2 coming along. So what I was trying to let her understand is that hence, from the little she's told me, is a continuous process. We want a situation where after the event, we will have a little bit of a pre-event interviews with speakers.
Yes.
Because you always don't want people to see the program as if it's a stage managed program. So you want them to also, after they've said what they want to say, because I believe they will be working with time. So after they've said what they want to say, they will also still have that time to express themselves of what they feel about the whole program and moving forward, what they think can be done maybe in the industry. I don't know much about the industry, but what can be done in the industry kind of thing. So that whenever anybody picks it and watch, it will not just be it's not just be the program, but rather you will have that other feel of these people know what they were talking about. They have not been called to like screw something in their heads to just come and say something and kind of a thing. So yeah, then I think for us, since it's our first time, we don't know much about the event. But since it's our first time, when we get there and we see how things pan out, we can also add more ideas in terms of production and media, as we think will also help to enhance the whole thing. So I think that is what I was trying to put across. Yeah.
About the feature you told me.
Sorry.
The interview feature.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Actually, maybe we should leave this time. Because you're going to get, obviously, there's a few minutes, different seconds. We might get questions that come up after. Some these tips. We get them, and once we're done with those, and maybe we can have like 30 minutes into and take those 3-4 questions. I don't think it'll be a lot. Like we no need to do it now. Then as long as we are within the time frame of the 2 hours.
Yeah. So what we will do is it will not be the program settings anymore. It will be more of a one-on-one kind of interview or a one-on-one kind of question and answer session as per the questions that have come.
Yes.
Then they will answer and we will give them that much time to elaborate more on whatever they want to talk about. For as much as it's in that time space, we can give them as much time to elaborate. Then when we are done, depending on how it goes, for the little I know about YouTube, you wouldn't want to stretch it too much so that it doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
So on the post-production side, what we might do is we might cut it into segments. Have your part 1, part 2, part 3, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes kind of
Yes.
thing. You understand? So that whoever goes online to watch, because one thing I know is that when somebody is watching something and it gets boring, they quickly turn to the next thing. YouTube is big.
Yeah, just to add on to those. And sometimes when you find maybe you have a content you are doing, it's also difficult for a person to say which part you want to watch. I want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to watch what's beneficial to
me.
So no matter what they
those segments.
Yeah.
That shows who's speaking from the next
yeah, that's what I said. And also maybe there's questions you can take from time. The next zero.
Yeah.
It's
It's this question.
Yes. Things like that. Break it down as much as possible as you can.
Because when it becomes too long, it becomes boring. Then the person wants to switch from the next video to the next video to the next video, and then it becomes.
It does.
You are watching something on YouTube and it becomes boring. You go to the next video. You just skip and go to the next video. Yeah. So those are the things that we are seeking to incorporate into it. At least as time goes on, we'll see if there are more ideas, we'll put it on the table.
Yes.
If we have more ideas, we'll put it on the table. And if you also feel you have ideas that could work, because like I said, we are not in the industry. We don't know what works in the industry. Yes. And an example, when I was designing a website for a beauty store, I've not been that, and I'm not in the industry. So there are words I use that they came back to me and said, no, you can't use this word here. You can't use this, you can't use this.
Or basically saying you must all with the right.
Yeah. So that we don't go.
A couple of questions.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's also help.
Yeah, it will happen. And another thing I want to ask you about, obviously, it's a Zoom meeting. When everyone is waiting, are we going to have like a mini intro?
Yeah.
That we look into something because we the sponsors.
Yeah. You have
adverts.
adverts.
Basically, just do the electronic brochure.
Do you have a video montage, like adverts, ads that's
we can compile something, we don't have something but it's just like basically, we'll think about, we haven't thought
I
about
think what would be nice is just also to, so as a speaker comes in, you put in the name, the thing, it's screen.
Do you want us to do that? We can also work on that.
Yes.
Name, surname,
Yeah.
Who is it?
who is he?
We can also work on that.
That would be very nice. I think that would be nice. What from an interview perspective?
Yeah.
I would actually like to just ask the people that are there, what's it doing, why are you here, what are you looking to find out?
We can do something. That's right. That's right.
Nice.
We can do something. Sorry, it went up to come back. We can do something.
You understand? What are you hoping to get from this session?
Yeah, the why is here part.
That is why I asked you. That is why I remember I asked you what is the event all about. We can do something, although it's a corporate event. In corporate events, you can still have something like a red carpet.
Yes.
You may not necessarily have that backdrop and all those things. We can look for somewhere around that place that is very a bit aesthetic and use as a backdrop. So while the guests come in, there will be those questions. What's your name? Where are you here? What do you seek to achieve in this conference? Things like that. It works for every sector, but it depends on how you do it. With the entertainment sector, it's all about glam and dresses and the
Yeah,
but with this one, from a corporate point of view, it's all about.
Or we compile summarize my question, like three questions.
Yeah.
Who are you from?
Randomly, just randomly. So it also gives, when you put it out there, it also lets people, like, as I said, you don't want your program to look like it is stage managed. Like it forces people to come in. So it also makes people to know that, oh, okay, people came from all over to attend this. Yeah, you understand? So
You don't want to forget it.
please write it. Oh, where's my book?
The sun downstairs sounds great. Yeah, the only thing, I'm not sure if maybe we should say a little bit names.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It's a bit dusty.
then you confirm it. We're gonna clear
It's a
it
bit
now, and
dusty.
confirm it now.
The-
And this, box,
No, forget about the box. The box will go.
how do I forget about it?
I'm telling you. Don't you believe?
It's showing downstairs.
Yeah, I know. Don't you believe a little bit of what you see?
Uh-huh.
Have faith. Don't be tough as have faith.
But what is the box?
Okay.
I don't want to listen to the box like I will be moved it.
No, it's good. So, what's the word I want to use? I restored the firmware of the camera. I did that. I restored the firmware of the camera. The original software that came with the camera, I restored it. So that brought about the box. So I need to go back and
Okay, are you gonna send me something with no box?
why not?
Yeah, because the boxes are problem.
No, that's just about the box. Yes, I will. Please, can you follow?
Yeah. I checked just an hour. I checked just an hour.
Can you go around my place? Sorry.
Yeah. That's the intro part.
Yeah.
Yes. I will send you the questions. Maybe we dedicate three questions. Where they from and what we can. Like I'm just thinking what made them attend that debate.
Yeah, you send them to. Yeah.
Yes, what made them want to come over here, something like that. And
But if you don't mind, I would have loved to use you. I would have loved to use you to do the
then you
interview.
said we
Yeah.
no, sure thing. I believe I have very
Your voice is good.
No, I will do it. I don't have a problem with that. As long as it's okay.
Okay.
So, secondly, you look at as the speaker is about to speak, they get introduced. The name, surname, and who they are. And the topic that this is. Right, Stephen? The speakers, a nice picture, then their name, their surname, who they are, just a small brief that will stay there, probably 3 lines, and the topic that they'll be discussing.
Okay.
That's for
For the speakers,
For the
as they
speakers.
walk in that feature.
Yeah.
Having the name, surname, who they are, just in 3 lines, something that one can read. Right? And topic of discussion.
Yeah.
At the point when they're to say it.
Oh, who they are, the title, and what they're talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So-
then we'll provide you.
That you provide me
Yes.
earlier, if I can get that today.
Today, what is today?
Or tomorrow is what, Tuesday?
Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I do so.
Because I
think
need
so
to,
far we have, I had the images. The
Because I
images
need-
I can give today,
okay, send me the images,
and their names,
their
and their
names.
title.
Yeah, those ones.
Actually, I will send you everything, I have it.
Please, because I only have 1 day to work on some of these things. Wednesday, it's next tomorrow. And what time did you say you were leaving?
Around 9ish.
Okay, so then I have to do it tomorrow. I don't want to put and start working. I have more resources here than there.
Oh, okay.
So I need to package, we need to package everything here. So when we get there, it's just bits. I don't want to start carrying 4 hard drives, 5 hard drives, just to run look for resources. So gather everything, we do them there before we.
Okay, cool.
Some of them I can even send it to you. I think I will also give my partner we will do some of them. We can send it to you, then you confirm before we do.
Definitely. So what we will do, we lay out that. I will send you those things today. Maybe you find out what maybe it might stick, but you
No
get
problem.
them today.
If I get them today, by tomorrow noon, I can send you a design of how it's gonna look like before they get on stage.
Yeah.
Then you confirm, no, this color is not good, put this, put that.
That works with me.
Then we can finalize before.
Okay. Awesome. Great.
Because our first impression is important to us.
Okay.
Our first impression is important to us.
Into us too.
What else? When
With the interview parts.
yeah,
The last
interview
part
parts, yeah.
is the intro and the ending. Then making the questions into detail. Either it's physical questions and online. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one last thing. This is mainly for live. When we come back, we do post-production.
Post-production,
Yeah,
you mentioned
editing,
that.
yeah. Would you want an end credit to the whole thing when it's done?
Credit.
End credit, like names of people, names of those who organize events and all that stuff. Like you watch it, sorry? Or you want it in such a way that when we are done, it depends, like you watch movies,
Oh,
you only put the logo of Graphitas.
Yeah, the logo of Gravitas plays
yeah, we'll give you the logos.
Okay.
Yeah, the sponsors. Signing event sponsors like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Then the three sponsors. No, okay. Just like at the end of the slide type, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that you
It just comes and then it sticks there, it stays there, you can see the light.
This will be the event, which is signing, the date,
Yeah,
and sponsors.
sponsors,
Please make sure the sponsors include that.
events,
Events, signing, and signing.
yeah,
And
dates, and then sponsors. Okay,
it works, right?
yeah. And then when we are done with the post-production, we will send you a copy through Google Drive.
Good drive,
You
yes.
preview. When you are okay with it, you tell us you are okay before we come.
Final, okay, so that's the one that you're gonna edit.
We finish editing, we send you so that you watch, you preview, and then you tell us if you want to expand something, if you feel something happening that is not there. Because obviously what we do in post-production is we look at what works. And then we do that. When we are done, we have to give it to you. Maybe there's something, just like we're talking about the pictures, there's something that's happening that is so telling to the event that we've taken out. At this time, yeah. Thank you. Then you let us know at this time, no, this time, something happened, so and so thing happened, and we feel it's important to the program. Right? So and so thing happened, and we feel it's important to the whole program. So can you add it to it? And then you come back and you add them, you review again. If you are okay, then we take it from there. Yeah.
20 seconds, no, 20 seconds is good.
It's
Even
not
before
bad.
we are next start.
I saw her looking. She wants to see.
Yeah.
Like my data went off.
Yeah, no, sorry, sir. Mr. Chicken. Please remember to bring that.
Yes. Oh.
You'll be busy. No, for capturing
Overhead shots.
just for our archives in general, not for our audience, name, type of thing.
Oh, he knows how to fly a drone. And then it's perfect. I own one, but it's not broken.
So you asked
I
me.
have bluntly decided not to learn how to fly.
Then how to
Fly. Yeah. Yeah. So we do that. Now, when we are doing post production, that is when it's important. No, that is when those what's it called?
Yes, yeah, that is. So that's
Those footage. That's when it's important.
I'll assume.
So, so, so can I continue? Okay. So can I continue?
Of course.
So when you're doing post production, that's when it's important.
No problem.
Why? When we finish, or even before we start, we are going to do a bit of an introductory interview.
I hope you guys are writing because you are discussing a lot of things.
No, we're not going
Yeah.
to.
We are going to do a little bit of an introductory interview, talking about why you decided to take the is it a seminar or what? Workshop or seminar.
You need to have a name because it's more of a round table setup.
Okay. Don't worry, you come up with a name later. Why you decided to take the event to that place? And while you are talking about why you decided to take the event to that place, those footage is very important. So if you have the time, even on Wednesday, you even go to town Thursday. It's fine. Thursday morning.
But-
It's fine.
Maybe not something like that. We'll talk, maybe we'll talk more.
Okay,
What's
yeah.
up, what we need. But some of the things that we get to.
I have, but somebody actually discouraged me because we went for a program and I wanted to go learn how to fly and use it. And the person told me I need a license. In media industry, you need a license before you can fly it. So I decided to tell myself, you know what, I'm tired of this license thing, the license thing. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So do,
We put extra much highlight. Me. Oh.
I said you
Maybe show me. Any question?
no, if you walk there, if Right.
Oh.
5 minutes. And she is a very small town.
I saw, I was checking the malls, it's like.
More.
And that's small.
Yeah,
Like on one mall.
Some apartment lodge is,
Between the company and the caption.
that's, then go back and see. That's.
So we should say.
And there's a trees around there. So you can way the top of the town there.
I thought we are going to the Bundes rule. It's not
Very
right.
well.
Oh, okay, then there's something has explained.
So on that day, I will give you a Zoom link and a YouTube link. And then before I give you the YouTube link, you have to give me your YouTube credentials.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can't say it will be activated tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll be activated tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then it's already printed away. I'm just gonna have to do that.
So anything else that I'm missing out? Okay. Sure.
Anything that you're missing is we communicate to post the meeting. Or, yeah.
No, if you guys say the thing at the bottom is showing nicely and that.
To be removed tomorrow. Like it's gonna show us how it's gonna look like tomorrow. So I'm gonna say to you today. So that by tomorrow in the afternoon, yes, yeah, then we can show to us all the type of ones and those.
Yeah, she came downstairs and I'm like, the box here.
Yeah. And just remember to play a little bit.
No,
The fingerprint.
Yeah.
But I
I will.
will.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Yeah. Not first like if you're struggling,
Looks quite clear. So we're not trying to do that session.
And we're not going to know what we, because of the.
yeah, I think it's trying to say.
I've got the Zoom link. Zoom link. Who did that?
Doesn't cut it. Like it's the.
No, she sent me a Zoom link. I think I didn't provide it.
Oh,
I asked her to provide me a Zoom link. She has provided it. If you need an invite, come do this.
Oh, amazing. She did the register online before.
Yeah, she did it somewhere. So, we're looking for online.
Reservation is what they. Oh, that's great too. Yeah, so I need somebody.
So we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's good to do that. I really appreciate you having.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I think I'll hear from you.
We have no tree.
Oh,
Another game.
No.
What time is it?
I've been to Western Cape. I've been to KZN.
Yeah.
I've been to what is this place? It's where? Eastern Cape. I've been to Pumalanga.
It's fortunate.
I've been to Limpopo.
Really?
Nothing. Yeah.
Been around. So you're gonna go through Northwest East State and in one.
Yeah, I've not been to Free State.
So you're gonna go into the different provinces and regions.
Okay, so
oh, so, your TV.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your YouTube.
okay, so I think I can go.
Yeah, you can go.
I'll hear from you. Then,
Obviously, you're gonna review the
yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
One of the deposit and whatever. Latest, I think now.